Hello, my Christian Journey with a Purpose family. I hope everybody's doing good, because I am doing good. I'm coming on to give you part 2 of the part 1 that I did the other day. And like I said, you guys got to go over to my page and follow Christian Journey with a Purpose. I want you guys to follow that page, because I have 2 pages. So I'm on the other page, but I need you to follow that page for me. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. So we reached at the part where the doctor told me that I have preeclampsia. And she told me that I had to go to the Regency in Winter Haven. And don't go home, just go straight there. So that's what I did. I went there. And I spent like a month or more at the Winter Haven Regency. And they couldn't get my blood pressure under control. My protein level was so high and ridiculous. With me coming from a hypertensive family, it's even worse. Because majority of my family is hypertensive. So the doctor came it was 3 of them. 3 of them was looking about me, because they all have to sit down and hold a meeting in what they're going to do about me with my situation. So the conclusion was, Winter Haven is a NICU 3, while Tampa is a NICU 5. So I was transported around 12 o'clock one night. Yeah, 12 p.m. one night to Tampa. And I was there and my mind was all over the place. When I tell you my mind was all over the place, it was because I'm looking at death. And I was like praying. I'm like, God, you told me that if I die from childbirth, that we can't see you. It's unclean. So we're not going to see. I'm like, God, please don't let me die like this. Please. I'm begging you. And I used to just stay in a corner sometimes. Because sometimes I'll be walking. Like, when I'm there, I'll be getting up and walking. And my mind, people will be seeing me walking in the body, but my spirit wasn't there. I'm like talking to God, walking and talking to God. I'm like, God, please do not let me die like this, please. So we're there at Tampa, and I like at this time I was like 24 weeks. Yeah, I was 24 weeks pregnant, because all those time add up since I was there in Tampa. So I was 24 weeks, and they like, you're getting worse, so what we're gonna do is take the baby. And I'm like, my baby not gonna make it if they're gonna take it so early. And I was crying. I was praying. I was talking to God. I'm like, God, he ain't gonna make it. Girl, so they decide like the following day they're gonna take him. So the morning comes and the nurse was in there prepping everything, setting up everything that need to be set up. And don't you believe when the doctor came in there, he was drunk? That's the thing that got me so scared. Like my everything just went from 0 to 100, because you know you're in that situation, and this doctor come in and he's drunk, and then he's gonna ask, what day is today? I'm like, oh my God. One of the nurse that was there, like, don't worry, even though he's intoxicated. I'm not supposed to be telling you that, but he really do good work. So don't worry, I'm telling you, don't worry. Just we're gonna prep you and get you ready. Yes, and I was like, oh my God, this man is drunk. And she like, please don't worry, cause you're gonna send up the blood pressure more. Please, honey, don't worry. And she was laughing. And she said, I know it's not funny, but I'm telling you. So we went there. They took the baby from me because it was a C-section. They took the baby from me, and I was sleeping. But they put me in the recovery area, and I find myself start waking up out of the recovery room. But I could see my sister and my mom passing. But what the devastation, they didn't want me to say, because I was like groggy, but I was like calling them. I'm like, Mom, Mom, because they were standing at the window. When they see that I'm waking up, they move from the window. I'm like, why they move from the window? But I didn't say anything. They bring me back to my room the following day. Because they wait till you're completely out, back to normal before because they check you, they test your blood pressure. The good part of it, my blood pressure finally came down. So what I realized is I had to give birth for everything to stop reacting the way it was reacting. So that's what happened. So I was in my room and I was good the next morning, and the nurse was like, do you want to see the baby? But the reaction of my mom, I could tell something was wrong. You know when you have that urge, like something ain't right, she's acting funny, like she don't want to go down there with you. And then my aunt was acting real strange, and she's like, no matter how the baby is, just remember that God can take that baby from that stage to that stage. And I'm saying, okay. So we went down to the NICU. When I saw my baby, it's just the strength of God. Like, He really gave me strength. Because when I see that little thing, like a dolly baby, that's how small my baby was. He weighed 2 pounds. And the baby weight after he was born, they shed that baby weight. He reduced to 1 pound and 12 ounces. I'm like, God, what is this? But I was there, and when they're so small, they have all kind of problem, breathing problem, all kind of problem, and they have to be fed through. They were feeding him through IV in the head, because they couldn't find no vein, because he was so small. Just imagine that little baby diaper that's in your hand. That's the size of my... I don't even like to talk about it. And we were there, and it gets easier day by day, but I'm still praying. I go there, and every time I talk about get emotional, it's like, it's hard. And then me and them in Tampa, I got mad with them because they're telling me I couldn't go home. And that get me even mad, because at least, you're off the compound, you need a break to just process everything. They're telling me because the baby is on thing there, like a ventilator thing, I have to stay there and watch when it beeps. So there's like, you can't go home, and if you go home, we're gonna call CPS on you. I'm like, I never hear this yet. I never hear. And my mom was getting mad at me like, you better stay. They said stay, just stay. Why you want to rush? But you need that break. You don't need that break. And a couple months being there, helping them, because they're showing me what to do. That's when I go home, I'm fine when I go home with him. I ain't gonna lie. When I go home, I could do everything. When the machine go off, I know what to do. You get what I'm saying? But still, I wanted to get a break from there. And the most tragic part is being there and seeing different incidents happen. I went there, and I'm in my situation, and then another couple come beside me that had twins, and one of them died because they weighed like half a pound. They were twins. And I tell you, that shattered me that day. Because I know I'm in that situation. To see somebody in a worse situation, it really hurt. I could remember the day when the thing went off in the NICU. And everybody rushing to that room. They're putting on everything. Because the baby hardly has skin. So they're putting on everything, guard up to go in and help. And when you see the doctor come on, pulling off everything, everybody coming up, pulling off everything, the dad wasn't there. So when he came and see everybody coming out the room, so much people, he knows something was wrong. Oh my God, that guy cried. OMG. That guy cried. That's the most emotional time for me. I'm telling you. To in that situation, see somebody else going through it, it's really rough. It is really rough. I'm telling you.